Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Avax. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Taking a look at the daily chart, Avax is in a downtrend since the local top in March 2024. This is something that we're seeing across the board for almost every single altcoin. The positive thing here is that unlike some other altcoins, Avax is printing a higher low. So we have this low from September/October 2023, and the current low that we are printing is higher than this previous one, and that is a positive sign. We also managed to break above the August 2022 high, which was important. So we are starting to build a uptrend, and that is our goal here. At the end of the day, we want to start building an uptrend that will take us into the next alt season that everyone is waiting for. Hopefully, that is going to kick off at the end of this year. You can also notice we have a Fibonacci retracement. So this is set up from the top in March 2024 down to the local bottom in January 2024. And as you can see, our 1.618 target here has been met at $18.90. We also have our 1.414 sitting at $21.10. And then below that, or above that rather, we have the 1.272 at $24.25. So that was, these were our three major levels for you to look into to start dollar cost averaging into Avax. On top of that, we have this massive block here. I'm going to change the color of this block to something that is more visible. So this red or burgundy block has been retested multiple times before. So the most recent one is this touch from January 2024 and this touch from April 2024. Before that, we have a resistance touch in November 2023 and a resistance touch here in August 2022. So right now, what happened is we were back testing this block as support, which was good to see, but then we ended up breaking below it, and that was quite negative. Then we came back into the block over here, while we're printing all of these lower lows and lower highs, of course. And we're dropping out of that block as well. So that is not a very good sign, unfortunately, but as long as we hold the 1.618, we should be good to go. These are amazing prices to be dollar cost averaging into Avax if you haven't done that already. We can also identify this, we can also identify this level over here that lines up with the 1.618 perfectly. So this is the November 2023 bottom. So we quickly bounced off of that when we were experiencing this uptrend. We had a quick correction or retracement, if you want to say that, and a bounce after that immediately. So this is the reason why this level is important. Not only is the 1.618 there, but we also have a previous bounce off of that exact same price. So make sure you have that level on your charts, $18.90. We had a wick below it here. We might have another wick below that level. So make sure to dollar cost average whenever you have the opportunity to do so. Of course, this is not financial advice. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I want to give a quick shout out to my Patreon. If you're interested in getting more exclusive content, you want to support me as a creator, and you like what you're seeing here on YouTube and you want more, feel free to check out the Patreon. That's definitely a place for you. There's a 7-day free trial, which means you can get access to all of my content since the inception of the page. So that means you get podcasts, low cap gems, technical analysis, project reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We try to do posts there on a daily basis. We cover airdrops and a lot of stuff that we don't really cover on YouTube because we don't have as much time. And of course, because patrons get more stuff and more content. And if you're interested in that, the link is down below in the description. Thank you all. Let's continue on with the video. Now, over on the weekly, things are looking much better. We can clearly see that we are printing a higher low here, and the price doesn't look as bad, or the price action chart doesn't look as bad anymore. Now, let's see if we can pull up the 200 EMA. We're still below the 200 EMA on the weekly here. I just pulled it up. You can see that little purple line there. That's the 200 EMA. And we just printed a bearish cross on the weekly. That confirms our downtrend. And usually when this happens, we do see a continuation of the downtrend for a bit. Now we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the bottom here in October 2023 and the top in November 2021. The 0.236 is going to be a very important level for us to hold. On top of that, we can identify this area with that 0.236 being the bottom of this block. And then we have multiple retests. If you pay attention, you can see a back test here of resistance in January and in April 2023. And what ended up happening is we saw multiple back tests of support of that exact same area. So this was our resistance over here. Then we broke above it, back test as support, and off we go. So hopefully we can stay within the realms of this green support block. As you can see on the weekly chart, it's much easier to identify these levels and much easier to keep track of what's going on. So between $20.90 down to $16.60, this is going to be a crucial level for us to hold. We can even extend it all the way back to past this June 2022 bottom. So crucial level, these 2 points here were overextensions, and this was essentially a fire sale for anyone looking to get into Avax. This over here and this over here. And we were targeting all of this. We gave you these levels at $9 and $10. All of that was available on YouTube. We were targeting these levels for multiple years, and this was a perfect entry point for anyone looking to get into Avax. Now, over the long term, what we are looking at is potentially $270 down the line at the end of this bull market. That is a very doable price in my opinion, just above a 10x from the current values there, around 11x. And that, of course, would be our technical target only after we break above this area over here. So this all-time high at $130 needs to be broken before we can officially start targeting the 1.272. Whether we can go higher or not is to be seen, of course, but we do want to stay conservative on the channel. We don't want to give you these crazy price predictions. So I would probably take some profits at the all-time high, maybe even slightly before that. And then as we keep going forward, you want to be selling, small bits of your portfolio just so you can capitalize on the uptrend. Let's take a look at the oscillators here. So the RSI, like most charts, the RSI here is recovered. It has cooled down a bit. And the same goes for the stochastic RSI. It's in the lower area here, so it's not overbought or anything like that, which tells us that these are good prices to be getting in at. And the same can be said about the price action chart. We can see that we're sitting at a massive support block, which tells us that this could potentially be a very good buying opportunity, especially if you were buying during this uptrend at the early stages of 2024. You definitely want to dollar cost average and bring down that average buy-in price before the next liftoff. Let me know what are your thoughts on Avax. Let me know what are your average buy-in prices, and I will catch you all in the next video. Stay safe and take care.